aka Geeks.
What's up, guys? Here we are again, back with you. We're going to be talking some Sony since their press conference was done. So we're going to get right to it with what we started out. So, very odd conference, to say the least.
To say the least. And
So-
there's not much to say.
No, not really. This was. I don't want to sound like some diatribe or what have you, but this one was like, ugh. I mean, even we heard people in the industry had problems with this one.
I would say that Sony
Dropped the ball.
dropped the ball big time. It was bad because I don't want to say, because what they showed was good content.
Yeah.
But I feel Square Enix did a better job with their content than they did with Sony did with their stuff. But Sony's stuff was better. Sony's stuff was better, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's one of the things, like, good content in the sense of the games they showed us, at least from my perspective.
Yeah.
But they only showed us really 4. And they showed us some other things too, which we can get to. But the 4 that they showed us, and then everything that happened in between. So
Yeah.
it was a cluster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lots of people saying it wasn't handled well. People from publications that we regard, and they said that they missed announcements because of the shuffling from one place to another,
Right.
and all this and that. So, like, that wasn't well thought through. We both were like, "What's going on? Are they
Yeah.
they're moving along to the next one?"
The mid break, I think is
An intermission, they said. This is for a short intermission.
Yeah. Well, no, it was like deflating your expectations by doing that.
So everything that we said about Microsoft when they started talking about the fast start stuff, where
Yeah.
we really didn't want to hear that could have been in a blog post. It was like, and how, even though that deflated a little bit from Microsoft, they picked right back up after they mentioned it,
Yeah.
right? This was like deflating for 15 minutes.
Was it? Yeah, at the minimum.
10 minutes
Is that
or whatever.
No, it felt like it was almost 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, the
He's
whole
the one guy that
the
I
whole
kissed
Sony
at
presser.
the pre-show.
the whole Sony presser was an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that first intermission was, but
Yeah, but it felt long, man, because he was just like talking and waiting and talking.
And during these intermissions that they had, because they only talked about 4 main games,
Yeah.
during these intermissions they had some trailers, they had some things that they showed, but they also had stuff that felt purely like advertisements.
Yeah, they felt
not
like
like trailers, or it was like they're trying to sell like a commercial, exactly. So as much as some of those I want to talk about, like, but
We can leave them for the tail.
Yeah.
And let's just get to the 4
Start
that
off.
we already knew.
the 4 that we know.
Yeah,
first
so
one,
they started off with the heavy hitter that they have, and that's of course The Last of Us.
yes.
They showed us a long intro trailer that led into some gameplay. Beautiful, graphically is stunning. Ellie is a lot more mature. She's a young woman now, and she's looking for a friend. And her friend's saying that all the guys here should be terrified of her, and we're like, no, I'm just a girl. And then it flashes back to, don't know if it's a flashback per se.
They said it like that.
Let's just put it a transition, because we don't know if that's exactly how it'll happen in game. But it transitions to some gameplay, and it shows Ellie fighting off another group of, what do we call?
I don't know who they are. They're just dudes.
Just
They don't clarify
some
or
scavengers.
identify
I'm just
themselves.
gonna call them scavengers because they're human, and we saw no clickers or anything like that in this view. We saw scavengers, and she's fighting them off, and they kept calling her, look, there's a wolf, go after it. And they continued to, and it was a bloody, violent mess that she got into. She got shot with an arrow, she got shot in the shoulder. She was not impervious to pain, and it showed. But she still was tough enough, she took down the entire squad. And then it transitions back to the party. And I guess that's where the whole big kiss happens.
Yeah,
At that
which
point.
I felt like that the kiss was a good thing. I didn't think the CG stuff in those scenes looked that great. The where the hairline was, it looked like somebody stuck a wig on them.
Yeah.
I felt like it didn't transition to the face very well. I've seen it done a little better in some other games.
Yeah.
But I felt like the kiss thing was a good thing for gaming as a whole. You don't have to believe me. Just go out there and look in the interwebs and see what people are saying.
No, I'm with him. I think it's prevalent that you don't keep Ellie's past because it's not something that's surprising for anybody who's played the game.
No, yeah,
And anybody who's read any of the in between from the previous DLC for the first game, or the comic series that actually brought more of that into light more so. So this is not surprising for anybody who's more familiar with that, but it's nice that it's out in the open for the regular Joe Schmo to see.
Yes.
That she's not just, well, she's an ordinary girl, but she has her own way of things.
But also just showing that we can have video game characters, lead characters in games that are different than what the masses feel should be the norm.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I felt that was important. The gameplay was good. She can whoop everybody's ass, it seems.
Yeah, they went into the whole mechanics of getting healed up and what have you.
Yes, she did pretty
Patching
good
the
stuff.
arrow.
So that was the first thing they showed. Transition intermission happened. The second thing they showed was Ghost of Tsushima. So now you got me saying it.
See what I mean?
No, but it's supposed to be Tsushima.
But think about it. We already established
It's Ghost of
Tsushima. But for some reason, we've heard it for the last since it's been announced that it was Ghost of Tsushima.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I heard somebody say it.
I've heard it for the last year. I'm sticking to it. So besides that, it's like it tends to roll a lot easier, Tsushima, and maybe it's because of the.
Well, I'll tell you one
fish.
reason why you guys said sashimi. Yeah, that's why.
So, but we know it's Tsushima, and I just gotta switch that line.
Yeah, you can't say the fish thing, but
yeah,
that was next. When we were watching it, we got a little bit of a vibe of when they were on this grassy hill of almost like a Witcher type of vibe.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Gameplay looks very interesting. I liked the gameplay, what it had in it, and it both brought you and me more to like, oh, we're more interested in this.
Yeah, this game looks out of the ones, and disregarding Last of Us because that's pretty much a given for anybody who games. But this one actually made me say, I got to pay more attention to this one.
Yeah.
And I think this was the same way for both of us. So this is definitely one to just keep on the radar.
Yeah, and it's something different. We don't get a lot of, I guess,
Feudal Japan.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of samurai stuff, you know. So that's pretty interesting. Third game was something that neither of us are very fond of whatsoever. Death Stranding.
Yeah. Not really.
We don't know what it is, so we don't have any
we don't have
love for it.
We don't have a fully understanding of this.
And let's make sure that we know that we say this, that the fact that we don't understand it doesn't mean we're dumb.
Yeah.
We just, there's nothing in these damn trailers
that
or anything that tells
anything.
you what it is.
Yeah.
To me, it's just freaking Hideo Kojima on he's freaking smoked out of his mind or something, you know? Like that dude's freaking on something. He hasn't let us in to understand what the game is.
Outside the drug reference,
I'm just joking about that.
Yeah, it's like I think it's more like a Tim Burton thing. Like now he's broken away from Konami. He's venting and putting all his frustrations into whatever his next project is, and this might be just his way of dealing with that.
Well, that's fine.
But at the same time,
I just don't care for it yet.
At the same time, I would like to understand what the central plot is, because even with it, what was it, like 15 minutes? This one.
What they did was they showed us a trailer, right?
A trailer that led into some walking.
What led us into a walking simulator.
To another part of a trailer.
Yeah, which the walking simulator stuff. Looking on Twitter was not good for my stress levels.
Yeah.
Because I saw people say that it was amazing gameplay. It wasn't amazing gameplay. It was him walking. He's just walking, carrying boxes on his back. I don't get it. I really don't
totally
get
agree
it
with you.
Why people are so head over heels about this. Just because it's Hideo Kojima. I get that. It's his name. It's who he is. But come on, have some critical thinking abilities, not being I don't know.
And you know what's scary is that even the actors have gone on to say they don't even understand the story, and they've read the story, and
they're green onto this because they've they've had meetings and they built a relationship.
Right.
And so they're like, you know what? I think this project's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So we can't fault them for it. You know.
No, and I still have good hopes and expectations for this.
Yeah.
I just want a better understanding of it as a whole.
I am not going to get
plot.
excited for this game until I understand what it is.
You're more sure.
What it is. Is it a third-person action RPG?
Yeah.
Is it a third-person action shooter? Third-person action stealth? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I agree. I want more. I want to fully understand it. I'm not judging this based on this because this doesn't. If I was to judge it just on this, I'd say that was the most horrible presentation of a game ever.
I don't get how people say that this thing blows everything out of the water from anybody else.
Yeah,
Death Stranding.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know where they're getting their information from or facts or anything like that.
It's what we're trying to move away from. The fandom.
Yeah, I know too many people that tweet about that game though this past 3 days or so. What was the last one?
The last one, of course, was what everybody was expecting. One of the ones that I'm angry about because this is one that doesn't need to be exclusive, which was the Spider-Man trailer. Mm-hmm. And safe to say, it's typical for the company that's behind it. It's a gorgeous game. It's very action-oriented. I got the feels of Sunset Overdrive in this game.
The movement looks great.
Yeah, it's fluid, it's smooth. The presentation of the villains, 4 out of the 6 Sinister Six were in this. Mm-hmm. Very nice. You got to see Mr. Negative again, one more time, in a more central point. And they tease the fact that somebody else is behind all of them working to get Spidey.
They said there was 5, and we only saw 4.
Well, we saw the 4 Sinister Six, and I guess they're counting.
Like maybe they're counting him as a that's what I'm saying. But they said there was 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's the 5th one?
Yeah.
I kept on thinking about it after the fact.
We got 4 mainstays and then Mr. Negative, and the conversation between Spidey and Mr. Negative said, you know, who hired you? And he was like, you wouldn't want to know. So it has to be somebody more higher up in Spidey's, rogues gallery for it to be. I am contemplating the Kingpin, but he's the mayor of New York in this game, so we'll have to see and wait and see. 3
out of the 4 games, those major games, 3 out of the 4,
yeah.
I'm cool for. Like I know that I understand where you're coming from regarding Spider-Man, being that it's a Marvel game and it's being exclusive. Yeah. That sucks because it's a Marvel game.
Marvel
it's
should
not
be across.
It's not an exclusive original IP or something.
Yeah.
You know. If it was that, I could totally understand. Yeah. This is a Marvel game. It should be. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
It is an Insomniac game, and we both just played, Insomniac Sunset Overdrive. I love that game. You love that game, so I'm still pumped for it.
Oh no, I am too. I think I hope the guys do great with it. I'm not doubting the game at all, but as the refrigerator makes a loud clunking in the background. But nonetheless. I'm hoping it does well. I will get it somewhere down the line. It's not on my to-do list. It's on my,
maybe we'll get to play it at E3 when we go on the show floor.
Maybe, but I'll cross my fingers, but I won't hold my breath. Let's just put it that way.
So 3 out of the 4 that they focused on, I feel are solid. And there's stuff that I'm looking forward to. Stuff that I gotta see more of Tsushima because I gotta see that more of Ghosts because one we only got that little section and I want to see more gameplay, but otherwise though it looks good so far. Did you want to go on some of the stuff they did on the intermissions?
I guess so.
Well, we can give them a quick thing about it. I feel that there was some stuff in the intermissions. Yeah. Some of it was decent, some of it was good, and some of it fell out like.
Okay, first things first.
Downright commercials.
Here's the first thing I want to get to: the dreams thing. The little segments
where they kept
of dreams when they just kept doing little bits of music with certain characters doing it.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. You're not announcing Dreams the game. You're not making any official statement on when it's coming.
They're just trying to keep it in your mindset.
You're just, hey, remember this little game we had in the back? We're 5
still years
doing
ago.
it.
Remember that 5 years ago?
Yeah, right before the launch.
So all the fanboys, can still say that Dreams is awesome, even though they never touched it. Yep. But it's awesome because we have it.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It counts as a game.
There was a few things, 3 things that I typed in on the first intermission.
Yeah.
Black Ops, Days Gone, and Destiny Forsaken. Destiny Forsaken was like a CG trailer where they bang.
Yeah.
Cade. Days Gone
everything that they had shown the previous week.
Yeah, and then Black Ops was announcing the jungle and some of the maps coming back. But to be honest with you, that one to me felt like an ad. Like it was like total commercial.
Yeah, that was
status.
a straight.
It was
That
total
been
commercial. It's a TV spot.
TV spot.
Yeah, it's not even something for E3. And I kept on feeling this throughout these little intermissions whenever they showed it. The one that you and I both are liking, I think, regarding this is Control.
Yeah.
That's made by
Which
Remedy.
is not a
not
Sony exclusive.
It's
Just so you guys know.
Yeah.
This is an all-platform exclusive. It's coming to Xbox, it's coming to PC, so it's not exclusive. But Sony putting it on their stage didn't let you know that it's multi-platform. They were just trying to say, hey, we got this.
We got the marketing rights, right?
So,
and we talked about this with somebody in line.
Yeah.
And there was, what game was it we were talking about? He had no clue it was across all consoles, and it was like, he's part of that. So I hate to say this, but he's part of the problem.
Yeah, because
he's part of the problem.
But that's how Sony has done their way of speaking to their fans. That they make it believable that they're believing this game is only theirs. Yeah. And I think it was.
Was it Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, it was actually the Square Enix Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it was Kingdom Hearts.
They were saying
it's been known since the game was announced.
Yeah, it was multi-platform.
Yeah, and this guy. I was like, man, really? Like, you're part of the problem, dude. You're the one that perpetuates.
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, totally agree.
So anyway, that's some of it. There's some of the other ones. Anyone you want to touch on?
Neo 2
I felt
surprised me because
so fast.
Yeah, it was so quick. Neo's not even a year old because it was announced last E3, came out the following holiday season, and it's not even a year off the market, and Neo's already, being shoved to the side for the sequel. Yeah. That's a quick turnaround.
They had Grover Saves the Universe. I thought that was stupid. Like, they were trying really hard to be funny, and it was not funny to me. It was the developers that do Rick and Morty.
Well, yeah, the creative minds behind Rick and Morty are part of that. I forgot what company's developing the game per se, but it's a smaller company. I know it's not, but that was Rick and Morty in different bodies, like
the voices or something.
Yeah, because the guy who was doing both voices.
I felt like it was forced. Like they're trying to force
I think that I don't know if that was a VR game or what.
No, we don't know what it is. It's just it was the dude playing the TV falling in the toilet, the tub. Yeah. And then Daracine. It was the VR game, which it was so minuscule that I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember much about that one at all.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that looks like the gist of it all.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2.
Which is multi-platform.
Again. But safe to say, I know we would probably get comments saying, oh no, it's not. Yes, it is. We do our researches. We don't try to be one-sided, but I just wish Sony would stop this way of interacting with its fans by letting them get the assumption that certain games are exclusive to them alone.
Would you prefer, or at least be, how Microsoft does it, world premiere? Yeah. That doesn't lead you to believe that it's a Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah.
It just says they're premiering.
We're premiering it on our stage.
Or console launch exclusive. That means they have exclusive rights for launch. Like a year or whatever.
Yeah, we got nothing like that.
That's what I like about Microsoft was doing the last, they've been doing that 3 years now? 2 years or 3 years?
Last year was the biggest one.
Where they did. Well, I think last year they started there.
Everybody was saying, well, what
does that mean? I think it means pretty clearly it means it's a launch exclusive.
Console exclusive means it's exclusive
and to me, that's prefacing all of their stuff, so it's easy to understand.
Launch exclusive means we got the launch window.
Would you prefer they do that? Something like that?
Of course, because then we wouldn't have the asinines that don't fully cater to that, or even do the 30-second Google search. You guys all have Google.
Yeah, there's a joke. Hey Sean, what's the name of that thing? Yada yada yada. Yeah. Oh, it's Google. That's what the name is. It's Google.
So because I'm too old. I'm too tired of the fandom, one-sidedness, biasness. A friend, I think we mentioned this in a previous video, claimed that Sony and Square Enix had some of the best press conferences.
Square Enix or Nintendo?
Nintendo was
Nintendo or
first.
Sony?
Nintendo was first.
Yeah.
Then it
the
was
one year
Square
that we
Enix.
talked about
Yes.
earlier. Yeah, it was Nintendo and Sony. You said.
Yeah, and Square
Makes
Enix
sense.
was right on the
Yeah.
side.
She.
But come on, guys. Let's be realistic. Let's be nonchalant, and let's just call a spade a spade. This was not their strongest outing. These are games we've known for the last 3 years.
If not more.
We're coming.
If not more.
And there's nothing to write home about. It was like, okay, we knew they were coming. It was nice to see them. Let's get this over with. It's like we originally said for Mass Effect Andromeda and the first Battlefront. We saw them 3 years before they released.
Yeah, still don't show us.
And they were just doing artwork at that time.
And that's why, so, I don't want to, this is not beat on this drum too.
Yeah.
I want Sony and all the places to give us a tease with what's in the future, always, of course. Give us a tease, but make sure it's at a point where they're actually developing it, not what this Death Stranding has been for 2 years already.
Yeah.
And then this year they finally show us something. Actually be in development, show us the future, show us the now as well.
Sort of like what Bethesda did, even though I was a little peeved with the
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls.
I bet you, as time passes, you'll turn around with the Bethesda thing.
No, I understand.
Not the Skyrim, not the Elder Scrolls 6 things, but the other stuff.
Yeah, I understand where they were coming from as a whole. They were letting us know, because the last couple of years they say, hey, this is what we got coming this year.
Bam, 6 months. Bam,
Yeah.
6 months. Here's my
But
dick.
now
Bam,
they
it's
figured,
like that.
okay, now we're not only going to give you what we got this year, but we're also going to tell you what we're working on coming down the line, because we're that comfortable that we're able to start showing that. I can respect that.
And you know what's like I feel about Sony, what they did with this one is that over the past 3-4 years, because they've been doing everything in the future, they had nothing for this one.
Pretty
because
much.
they've been shooting their load the last 3 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
pretty much.
I
I think we're good on
Grades.
Sony. I think we're
grades we gotta grade it.
yeah we're gonna give it our final grades. So, Sean, as usual, go first, please.
I think it's like I was saying previously with you off camera is that it's right there with Square Enix. Square Enix did a better job with their conference, which was a pre-recorded thing. They did a better job with that overall, and that's saying a lot because I still felt like the transitions between every single one of their items was weird.
Yeah.
But it was still better than what Sony did. But Sony had, for the most part, in my eyes, Sony had better games than what Square Enix had.
Yeah.
Square Enix had a couple things that we, Just Cause, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
But Sony was right there still with them because of their performance overall at this conference. So I give them a C, which is the lowest I've given. So.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give it a little notch above that. I'm giving it a C plus, just on account of the quality was there for the games that they were focused on.
Yeah.
But it's just everything else fall flat, especially when you take the wind out of your sails with that intermission and the constant little snippets in between. And that's just where I'm at on that. I'm gonna leave it on nothing else. That's pretty much it.
There's stuff in there that we're both looking for. So
Yeah.
take it as it is. We both are looking forward to the stuff that they show.
Yeah, definitely. And on that note, catch us a little bit later. We'll have more stuff for you on E3. We'll give you our end results of the whole thing once we go through the whole tiredness of it all. But yeah, follow us here. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Let us know what you like, what you dislike. Are we wrong?
4chan, J-Day.
Are we wrong in our impressions of Sony? Let us know in the comments.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, and let us know what you're looking forward to.
And if you guys hate the fact that we think that Sony's so low, let us know. We'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation about it.
And on that note, as always, catch you on the dark side.
aka Geeks.